Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today. I
Hello, everyone.
needed to come on here today because this has been coming up lately in my business. And I think that as new health practitioners, you could really use this piece of advice. If you are new practitioners, even for seasoned practitioners, you've been practicing for a while and you're getting a lot of requests for your business, for people and individuals who are reaching out to you and who want to work with you. Okay. So what I want to say is, if you're a new practitioner or you're a practitioner who doesn't have enough clients, you're not generating enough leads yet, you don't have enough business, you are struggling to find clients and make it work for yourself in terms of having a full-time income from your natural health practice and your passion. And what happens is people come into your world and inquire about your services. And because you're in a position where you need clients and you need people and you feel like you even want to help everybody, you end up saying yes to everybody. But the thing is, not everyone is your ideal client. So I teach about this in the academy. It's really important to have a strict definition of who it is that you want to work with, who it is that you enjoy working with, that you love working with, who is it that you love to serve, who is it that you love to hang out with? Because you end up as a health practitioner becoming really friendly with your clients, and you want to have nice relationships with your clients because these are positive relationships, and who doesn't want that in their lives, right? And so what I find is that some practitioners, especially starting practitioners, will end up taking anyone and everyone on. And this is a big mistake, because if there's someone who you don't jive with, if it's an uncomfortable situation, if it's someone who's very resistant to change, resistant to growth, resistant to opening up, and you're saying yes to this person, chances are it's going to be almost like a conflictual relationship. There's going to be tension. It's not going to go smoothly. It's not going to run smoothly. These people are not going to want to do the work. They're going to resist doing the work. They're not going to get results. And therefore, they might even go off and write a bad review about you, or say that as a practitioner, you don't know what you're doing and you weren't able to help them. And I would even tell my friends not to go to you as a practitioner. Just imagine the consequences. So you have to stop these relationships before they actually happen. And that will often happen in a discovery call where you see if the person is a right match or a right fit for you to work with. Because it's not everyone out there who's going to be a good match for you. Some people are not going to be, especially in the health and wellness field, they're not going to be open to change. They're not going to be teachable. They're not going to be open to suggestion. They're going to be really stuck in their ways. And you are there as a coach, as a mentor, as a teacher, based on your years of experience of having studied natural health and wellness and the wealth of knowledge that you've accumulated, the number of clients, client experience that you've had, the number of clients you've been able to help and get results for. I mean, you're the professional, you're the expert, you know the path because you've led people through the path before. If your clients are coming and being resistant to your suggestions, they don't want to take the advice, they already are set in their own ways, then it's up to you to say, I don't think it's the right fit. I don't think we're a right fit together. We're not the right person. Maybe I can suggest someone to you, but I think you'd be better off finding someone else to work with. It's not a match. What I don't want you to fall into is taking these clients because you need a quick buck, or only taking them because of the finances, or only taking them because you need your schedule to be full for some reason. This is not the right person for you to take if you're not having a flowing, jiving, easy relationship with them. You have to have standards, okay? So for us, as owners of Bridging the Gap, and even as owners of IBS, our IBS support group, we only want individuals who come into our program who are kind of at the end of their rope. They're ready to make changes. They're coachable. They're open. They're teachable. They're open to suggestion. They're open to possibility and opportunity. I mean, what's the point in life in saying that you're a Mr. Know-it-all and then being closed off to anything anyone says to you or like helps you or gives you advice? You're not going to grow that way. You're not going to learn. You're not going to evolve in any way. You're just going to be stuck in your own ways because you think that your way is the best way and the only way. So for me, people like that, I don't want them as my client at all. I don't want them in my world, in my space. I want people who are open, teachable, open to suggestion. It's not that I know everything, and it's not that, you know, I have the right way, but it's like let's explore this together and see if this is the right possibility for you. See if this is a solution that's going to work for you. If it's not, let's explore another solution and look at another way to work together, right? It's not just like your way or the highway. You want to work with clients who are teachable and open and ready for suggestion, ready for growth, ready to learn new things, ready to learn different ways of doing things. Even in the health and wellness space, when we're marketing ourselves, there isn't one way to do it. There are so many different possibilities, so many different ways to market yourself. So if you have clients coming up with a lot of resistance, a Mr. Know-it-all approach, they're not listening to you, they're in their own planet doing their own thing, then say, it looks like you already have it figured out. You know, you came to me for a reason. You came to me because you're not doing well in one area of your life. But on this conversation, you seem to feel like you know exactly what you're doing. And so I think it's time for you to maybe go see another practitioner who you'd be better off working with, or go ahead and do it on your own. You know, continue doing it. If it's working for you, go ahead and do it on your own. Okay. So this was a huge lesson. It's going to come up for you guys. You need to have, this is why in the Academy, I actually get you to work on who your ideal client is and who your ideal client is not. This is why it's so important to have an ideal client. It's not just about the health condition that that person has. It's not just about whether or not that person has the problem that you solve, or whether or not that person is going to be able to afford your program. It's all of those things, but it's also, is this the type of person that I want to share my space with and work with and have in my space and have in my world, and get on calls with them, get on consultation calls with them, and meet with them frequently in order to help them. You're going to have to spend time with this person. And just like you would choose a relationship or a friend, you choose qualities that you want to hang out with that person. You want to spend time with them. You want to work with them. Well, those are the same qualities you're going to want to choose with clients. So it's not just because they're interested in your program and giving you money for it. Forget the money. Is this going to be an enjoyable experience to work with this person? Often we have hunches. We have gut feelings. Our gut feelings tell us, don't take this person on as a client. It's going to be trouble. And usually you're going to be right about it. And it's going to come out in some way later on. I promise you, if you have a gut feeling, there could be negative consequences. For example, if you have a promise that you help people heal their menopausal symptoms in 30 days, and you already have a difficult client that you're taking in, and she says, well, you're here to be my coach, and I expect you to get rid of my issue within 30 days, just like your program promises. If that doesn't happen, for example, if that client doesn't take action, doesn't take your suggestions, she's not teachable, she's not going off and going into your program and doing the action steps required to get that result, well, guess what? She's going to come back and say, hey, you're not a good practitioner. You didn't get me my results in 30 days. I want my money back. I want my money back. I don't want to pay for your program. You didn't reach the promise. I also am going to write a negative review about you because your program didn't work for me. And I'm going to tell everyone who's interested in your program not to go to you because you don't actually get results for people. Okay. Always think about what is going to happen down the road. If you have a hunch about someone, you need to have your boundaries and respect your boundaries. And you know what's going to happen is that all of the right people will come to you and all of the wrong people will be repelled. They will not want to work with you anyway. Once you set your strong, energetic boundaries to say, these are the people I work with, and these are the people, sorry, it's not a right fit. I don't work with these type of people. You can go find someone else who's going to work with you, or I can refer you to another practitioner. Okay. So I think I've been really clear on this conversation about the importance of setting your boundaries because, you know, guys, we only have limited finite time. Our time is precious. It's our biggest asset. And we don't want to spend our precious time on things that are not going to work out. You want to spend time with things that are going to work out. For example, in our practice, we have our ideal clients. Gabi and I know when we get on 1 or 2 calls with someone that is our ideal client. We love working with them. It's a pleasure. They're open to suggestion. They're open to exploration. We know that they're hard workers. They're going to go off and do the tasks and get the results. They're building their program in the back end. They're making it happen for themselves. They're building up their business. They're coming back with interesting questions because they want to learn more. They want to dive deeper. They're thirsty for knowledge. these are the people that are going to be successful and get results and go off and build these amazing programs and change and transform lives out there. These are the people that we want to work with. It feels good to work with them. It's a pleasure to work with them. So you're going to have that same feeling. When it's a pleasure to work with someone, you'll have that feeling. And it makes work not actually feel like work. It makes work fun and enjoyable, where it doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like a fun interaction with people. And that's how you want to feel with your clients. Okay, guys, so I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you follow this suggestion and recommendation of setting your boundaries of who it is that you want to work with and who it is that you will not work with. Okay, have an amazing day, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.